Hey guys, it's me, Sean Gaming. Welcome to the top two scariest stories. Guys, these are the two scariest stories I know. I would not recommend watching this video at nighttime. Alright, let's get into it, guys, but first, drop another banger and subscribe. Alright, let's do this. Story number 1. McDonald's human trafficking ring. One time I had a dream. Where I was eating a cheeseburger. And I opened up the cheeseburger. I was hollow on the inside. It was weird. And there was a note. It said, "Whoever's reading this, please let us out." And so, I looked at it. I was like, what could that possibly mean? And so I go to the cash register, and I'm like, "Hey, excuse me." And then they're like, what's wrong? And then I'm like, "Hey, my burger was hollowed out, and there was a note inside of it." And they were like, "Oh, let me see." And then they read the note, and they paused, and then they looked up at me. They looked at the burger and were like, "Oh, sorry about that. This must have been a prank from the employees." Yeah. And then I was like, "Okay, can I get a new burger already?" So she was like, "Oh yes, of course." So she got me. I got a new burger for free, a free burger, and I got to keep. Actually, I didn't get to keep the one with the notes. Now that I remember, I think they took it to the back and showed the manager. I don't know why. Oh, you know what? Probably to try and catch the guy who tried to prank me that day. That McDonald's is always pranking you. So I got my new cheeseburger, ate it, went home. And then next week, I went back to that same McDonald's, alright? And while I was at the drive-thru, I heard screaming coming from the McDonald's. Like, oh no. There must be an angry customer in there. I think it was screaming of dozens of people were screaming, and I was like, oh my god, glad I'm not there, glad I'm in the drive-thru, I said to myself as I ordered a 70-piece McNugget. And when I got to the drive-thru, I looked through the window. There's nothing going on. I was like, I asked the drive-thru worker. I was like, "Hey, what's going on in there? I hear screaming." She's like, "Oh, it's just an angry person. You know how it is." And I'm like, "But I don't see any angry person." And they're like, "Oh, we calmed her down." I was like, "Oh, okay." And who were the other people? "Oh, we were screaming at them," she said. And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense actually." So I think I'm just getting paranoid that McDonald's has some human trafficking ring in it, which there's no way that's true, right? That would be crazy. That'd actually be crazy. Anyway, so next week, I eat McDonald's every week, 'cause I'm a fat ass, but next week I went to McDonald's again, and something really weird happened. So I did this time. I went into the main lobby. I'll park my car, and I went up to the cash register guy, and he was like, "Hey man, what'd you like? Would you like some humans?" I was like, "Humans? What are you talking about?" He's like, "Oh, nothing at all, sir. Would you like some McDonald's?" I was like, "Yes." I'm like, "What are you talking about, humans?" And he was like, "Oh, don't worry about it. It was just me being funny. I don't know." So I was like, "Okay, well, I guess I'll have a double Big Mac with extra cheese and extra large Coca-Cola and some extra large fries." He was like, "Sure, you're fat." I was like, "I know." So he gives me my order, and so I go to eat, and I hear that screaming, and I'm like, "Hey, where's that coming from?" And the cash register is like, "Oh, that's just the manager. He gets kind of mad sometimes." And then I'm like, "But those are screaming of a bunch of women, like minors." And I was like, and he was like, "Oh no, we got a new manager, very very young." And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's gotta be some sort of some sort of like violation of law. She's that young, but I guess. So yeah, that's what the manager told me. The cashier told me, and then I realized, wait, if you're the manager, then who the fuck is screaming back there? And then the manager, he kind of like looked at me as like, get out. I was like, wait, what? And he told me, get out. Not a lot. I've been banned. You're banned from this McDonald's. And I was like, what? Why? Like, you're causing a nuisance to our employees, and you're crazy, and keep hearing these screams that no one else is hearing. And then I like looked to the guy next to me, and I was like, you hear the screams too? And he's like, yeah, I do. I've been actually wondering about those. And then the manager, he's like, get out. You both of you, get out. And so I grabbed my phone. I'm like, hey man, I'm gonna call the police to get to the bottom of this. And he was like, no, you can't call the police. We have them on our payroll. We're gonna kill you. And I was like, wait, what? And then he grabbed me by the arm, and like the cashier grabbed the other guy by the arm, and like there was like a big commotion. He was like trying to pull us into the back of the McDonald's. Like, no, stop it. And he was like, yeah, can't. We have to kill you now. You know too much. And I was like, what do we know? You know that we have a secret human trafficking ring at McDonald's. I was like, what? Really? Man, I thought people were playing back here. And it was like, oh, well, yeah, they are playing back here. Yeah, there's just actually a secret gaming room. You're not allowed in it, though. Oh, I said to myself. So, he brought me out of the back room and put me into a cage, and I've been in here since. Yeah, someone please help me get out of this cage in the back of the McDonald's. I'm starting to think this is not a gaming space. Goddamn.
It was unsure if he ever got out of the cage or not. But one thing is for sure, that McDonald's has a human trafficking ring. Pretty scary, huh? Alright, let's get into the next one. Story number 2. The train incident.
Tell you a story that kind of freaked me out. Alright. So I was in New York City, and I usually take the train to get to the other part of town. So yeah, it's like a big train. It's not New York City. It's like a different New York City. But anyways, so yeah, the usual stuff happens. I did almost miss my train. I almost missed my train by a couple of minutes. But then I got on my train, and I'm on my train, just sitting down. And okay, so this is when it starts getting freaky. I see this guy is eyeing me down. It's just normal for people to look at you, you look at them, they look away, you look away, that kind of deal. But this guy, he was looking at me really, really bad. He was interested in what I was doing. And so I got up from the train, right? And I walked up to him. I was like, "Sir, why are you looking at me like this?" And he said, "Oh, no reason. I just thought that stain on your sweater was kind of gross." And I looked down at my sweater. You know what he does? He puts his finger under my mouth and he lifts it up and hits me in the face. I was like, "Oh, you got me!" And he was like, "That's what I really wanted to do. I don't really know you or interested in you, so yeah, sorry. I got you though." And I was like, "Yeah, you got me." So I went back to my seat, and this is when things get really crazy, guys. Alright, so I hear a big bang noise echo through the entire train, and and me, I'm like, whoa, what is going on over there? And so the conductor, he comes through the back door of the train. The train's still going. The train is going fast right now. And he's like, "Guys, there's a robbery." you're robbing the train. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm in a train robbery. This is gonna be like an action movie or some shit. So I get up from my seat, and I'm like, don't worry, I'm an ex-cop. And like, I kind of just said that because I wanted to sound cool, and they were all like, oh my god, save us. So I was like, don't worry, I'll save you guys with my bare hands. So I walked to the back train car, and like, oh my god, there is blood on the floor, the ceiling, the roof, there's blood everywhere, and like there's like a dead conductor, and he's like, Sean, is that you? And I was like, Dad, what are you doing here? He's like, I got a job as a conductor, and now I'm gonna die. I was like, no. And so I got up, and was filled with rage, and so I walked to the other car, because there's multiple train cars full of people. So I opened that one, and I see Owen Chase Mario Whitey holding a gun. Well, he looked like Owen Chase Mario Whitey. No, he wasn't the actual. I probably should mention that he's not the actual Owen Chase Mario Whitey. He just looks like it. He just looks the part. So I'm like, hey, why are you doing this? And he's turned away from me, back towards me, facing the other way, like holding a pistol in his hand, and he like whispers like, because of you, and I'm like, me? What'd I do to you? Why are you hurting all these people and trying to rob the train? And he turned around and he told me, like, I didn't recognize him. Like, I knew he looked like Owen Chase Mario Whitey, but like I knew it wasn't him. And he turned around and he like, you killed my wife. And I was like, no, I didn't. I didn't kill anyone. There must be a mix-up. Please stop. Then he raised the gun, and he's looking at me, and he raises the gun and points it at me. I'm like, oh my god, man, this isn't worth it. And then like, I don't know, something changed in him, right? He looked at me, and he was like, I can't control him. He's controlling me. And I'm like, who is? Who the fuck are you? And he looks at me and he's like, my name is Marcus, and I have the need to kill you. And I'm like, no, why? He pulls the trigger, but he misses. So I had to like jump in behind a seat to take cover. And he's like, just let me kill you already. I don't want to do this. And then like a guy gets up from like the seat, cause like there's people in this car, and they're like, and he's like, hey man, stop killing these people. And then I watch as the bullet hits his head, the brain splatter everywhere. It's fucked up, and I get up and start bolting it towards the gunner, and he's like just staring at me, trying to reload his gun. And so like, I jump and tackle him into the back of the train car, and like the back, the doors of the train cars, this one opened up, and like we were like, it was like the end of the train, I'm pretty sure. So like the ground was like right there, and he was like, get off from her. And so like we're like wrestling with the gun right now, like it's in the air, and then I go deaf like instantly, like just like that, and it was like so loud, and like I punched him in the face, and he dropped the gun, and it went on the tracks, and I like punched him, and I kept punching him, and then I turned around because oh my god, my like it was like I could feel my hair being ripped off by the tracks because of how close my head was to the ground, and I lifted him up and threw him to the ground, and he exploded, man. I think he had a bomb on him because I threw him on the ground, and like right after he went whoosh, and like he tried to bomb the train, and I turned around and closed the door, and I was like, guys, I saved the day. And then they all looked at me weird because turns out I took way too many shrooms before my train trip, and I was just freaking out. I was freaking out on the ground. You know, someone said, "Hey man, you need some water," and I was like, So yeah, that's my train story. Yeah.